Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Sierra and happy halfway to Halloween. Oh my gosh, we are so close. Oh, and my cat's here. This is Olive and she is wanting some attention. So if you hear her in the background, just know my old gal just wants to hang out with her baby. If you're new to my channel, I'm Sierra. I do spooky lifestyle. I'm trying to do like a couple halfway to Halloween videos because I'm just so freaking excited that it is time. I have a haunted house coming up the first weekend of May, but I wanted to pop a couple other videos in here just to get us excited, get us hype. If you like videos like this, please make sure to like, subscribe, join my creepy little corner of the internet. You know I love to have you. So Lauren of Happy Haunts Library created an original halfway to Halloween tag, and I'm so excited to participate. I was watching everyone's videos. I've seen a bunch of my friends do this and I was like, I have to join in. This is so fun. I'm gonna link her channel down below if you want to check her out. I would absolutely recommend that you should. Also, click on the tag and check out everybody else. This is reminding me of YouTube, probably like a decade ago when everybody was doing tags. Those were my favorite videos to watch. I could watch them for hours, days, forever. And I have been wanting tags to come back. I think the last one that I did was what's in my spooky bag, and that was like 2 years ago or something like that. So thank you, Lauren, for bringing a tag back to us. This is so fun. So I am going to run through all of the things. We're gonna talk about Halloween, obviously, and yeah. So grab a tasty little beverage, kick back, and let's get spooky. Okay, so question number one is, are you a fan of haunted houses? Absolutely, 100%. I love haunted houses. I live for haunted houses. The scarier, the better. I have been to ones where you just walk through and they just kind of get close to you. I have been to one where they can actually pull the hat off the top of your head. I want all of it. I just absolutely am obsessed with them. I actually have two different haunts that I've shown on here on YouTube. My local haunt is Woods of Terror, which I always recommend. They're actually who is doing the Halfway to Halloween by me. So in a couple weeks, I'm about to get scared. I can't even freaking wait. And then I also have a walkthrough during the daytime for Haunted Overload up in Lee, New Hampshire, which if you're going to Salem in September, October, it's about an hour drive from Salem, but it is so fun. I have to go back because I want to do it at night. Like I said, we just did a daytime tour, but I have seen footage from at night and it looks unreal. Oh my God, I cannot get over my appreciation for the haunt business. I just love all of the dedication and detail that goes into things. I want there to be animatronics. I want there to be scare actors. I want there to be flashing lights, fog, and even chainsaws, which actually freak me out. If I hear a chainsaw, I'm gone. I'm like, but also speaking of haunted houses, I do have a haunted house that's also local to me here called Kersey Valley Spooky Woods, and I was invited last October to come take a tour behind the scenes. I did a whole thing on my Instagram, like in stories and a post on my feed, and I meant to do my walkthrough, and with the chaos of October, it just never got done. So I think for Halfway to Halloween, I'm gonna pop that on this channel here in the next week or two. That's a really fun one, and it'll give us a little spooky serotonin. So we've got some haunts coming up. So anyways, long story short, obviously, as you can tell, I love them. I'm obsessed with them. I have to go to all of them this year. I'm just really, really obviously excited for them to start back up, but thankfully, with my local haunt, they kind of do little things throughout the year, so I never have to go too long in between haunted houses, and I'm thankful for that. So the second question is, what's your favorite ghost story or haunted lore? I mean, I'm kind of mildly obsessed. I don't know if this qualifies, but I'm kind of mildly obsessed with like Mothman or like any kind of paranormal type thing, phenomenon. Like, I don't know. I'm so fascinated by those types of things, but I also love listening to people talk about paranormal experiences that they've had. I've actually had quite a few, and I plan on making a video about my experiences and kind of my interest in ghosts and the paranormal and that sort of thing. So I don't have like a favorite ghost story, like one that you tell around a campfire, but like I just remember watching like Are You Afraid of the Dark when I was a kid at like a friend's house and thinking like, this is the scariest thing I've ever watched. So I love a good story. I love when someone can embellish and tell it well, but I kind of naturally gravitate towards like Mothman or those sorts of things. But yeah, I don't know if that's the best answer to answer that, but that's kind of, yeah, that's kind of it. Question number 3 is, do you plan on Halloween decor hunting this year? If so, what item or items do you hope to find? Now, you know we love code oranges over on this channel, and they're about to start up soon. So I'm going to bring you guys along for all of the Halloween hunting that we do. I know that we're losing a few stores. I talked about this a few videos back, but we still have plenty of stores to go and see everything in. I think as far as some of the items that I would actually be looking for, might be more like thrifted items or nostalgic items. I want a blow mold. I have a Christmas blow mold that's like a little tree and it brings me so much joy. So I want to find a Halloween blow mold that's also going to bring me joy and just kind of bring back those nostalgic vibes. I also like kind of architecturally like Victorian spooky type things, like think the arches from Michael's that they've sold in a couple collections. Those type of things that I can keep up kind of year round. So yeah, I would say I'm probably not gonna buy a ton of stuff. We're gonna do a lot of browsing. I think that I would like to find things that are very unique, kind of more nostalgic, and just kind of keep an eye out for things that not every store has, but that kind of speak to me. So I don't know, we'll kind of just see, we'll play it by ear, but we're gonna browse because we can do that for free. And I just get so much serotonin walking up and down the aisles, and obviously we're going together, so buckle up. And it's crazy because it's gonna happen soon. June, the beginning of June was when At Home put the first few things on the shelves last year, and that was the first major code orange. So I am impatiently waiting for the beginning of June. Okay, question number 4 is candy corn. Love it or hate it? I'm a huge fan of candy corn. I love candy corn. I love the pumpkin version of candy corn. I like to mix them together in a bowl and I'll just kind of snack on it. They are something that I like to just indulge in here and there because they are so freaking sweet, but I love candy corn. And I also love candy corn on things. I got this really cute little candy corn pillow like last year, I believe, or maybe the year before, and it was like glittery. So I don't know, I just love the look of it. It feels very Halloween-y and I think it tastes good. So I'm a fan. Question number 5 is, are you big into costumes and dressing up for Halloween? If so, what's your favorite costume of all time? Now, if you're new to me, I have done this thing every year for like the past decade called Sierraween, which is where my Instagram handle comes from, which also has all of these costumes on there. Back in the day, I used to do tutorial costumes here on YouTube. Those videos are still live. Count Von Count and Miss Piggy somehow continually get views every single month. It's hilarious. I don't know who's watching that, but thank you so much. I love that you guys are still watching those from like 8-9 years ago. I am obsessed with doing special effects makeup or like face painting or that sort of thing. So I don't dress up for Halloween night, but I do a week's worth of characters leading up to Halloween night. So that's over 70 plus characters because some I've done doubles. This one is my all-time freaking favorite, and it is the Other Mother from Coraline. This one just turned out so well. I was so in love with this. Here's the count. Like I said, this video is on YouTube, so you actually can watch me turn into the Count from Sesame Street. One of my other favorites is Jack Skellington. I love how I made my neck look so skinny, like cartoon-like, with the black paint and the black backdrop. It just turned out so well. I actually made that little bow out of cardboard, and I still have it. I have it hanging over top of a door. So yeah, I just have always been so fascinated by makeup. This is like more of a creative one. I had seen it on Pinterest, but I did this Friday the 13th girly glam version of Jason, and I love that. And then I did Pennywise one year, and I took this photo and I was like, I have to send this to my sister and she thinks it's one of the funniest photos. But I made these teeth out of, what is it? It's like a plastic that you can melt down and remold. And yeah, so there's me as Pennywise. If Pennywise was checking his notifications. So yeah, long story short, I really love doing makeup. I also did Lock, Shock, and Barrel one year from Nightmare Before Christmas, and I made the masks. So that was really cool. So yeah, I am bringing it back full force this year and considering not tutorials, but just a transformation into these characters. So I might do a couple that are unique originals and then a couple that are gonna be like ones that you recognize. So if you're interested in seeing me transform into some cursed characters, please let me know, because I think I'm gonna do the videos. I'm gonna start doing them now so that by the time October rolls around, they're ready to roll. But it will still be the last week of October leading up to Halloween. So yeah, I love dressing up. Question number 6 is, what is one activity or experience that is on your spooky bucket list this year? So I thankfully have checked off a lot of my bucket list things. I went to Salem during Halloween it was the first time I ever went to Salem. It was nuts, but it was so fun. I've been to a bunch of different haunted houses. I have done Halloween Horror Nights. I think a bucket list for me would be to see Disney at Halloween, but that's not gonna happen this year, so we're gonna hopefully push that off to a different year. I have to see the giant Mickey that's shaped like a pumpkin. I'm sorry, but I do. But this year, I am going back to Universal Studios and I am doing Halloween Horror Nights again. It is always on my bucket list every year. I'm like, ooh, can I make it back to Florida? And this year I am. So if you are also going to Halloween Horror Nights, let me know. I've seen theories, I need to know, but I will be going back to Halloween Horror Nights and I cannot freaking wait. I saw last year that they introduced the Death Eaters from Harry Potter as like the people, like a scare zone. I need to see it. I gotta see it with my own 2 eyes. So that is the bucket list for this year, going back to HHN. What book, series, or movie screams Halloween to you? And obviously, the top answers are gonna be Hocus Pocus and Halloween Town. I grew up with those movies. I love them. They just feel nostalgic to me. I actually try to wait until October every year to watch them just so they can stay extra special in my heart. But another one that I just love is Scream Queens that came out I say a couple years ago, but actually it's probably a long time ago. And I don't know how PC it is for TV anymore, but I love that show. It is just so silly and goofy, but like, I don't know, it has the Halloween vibes. Also, Trick or Treat, the movie Trick or Treat, one of my top favorite movies. That one to me just feels like Halloween. Just watching everybody get dressed up. I mean, yeah, it is a crazy movie and there's a lot of things that happen, but it definitely has all of the Halloween vibes. I actually recently just watched Hell House LLC, and it is about this group of people that come in and create a haunted house at this abandoned place, and it is so spooky and crazy and found footage, which I always find to be the scariest. And I don't know, that one to me, I watched on Halloween night a couple years back. So that's kind of like in the rotation now. It's just like really spooky and it just makes me think of Halloween every single time. But yeah, so those are probably the ones that I come to mind. Also, you know, like Goosebumps, Are You Afraid of the Dark? Those kind of things just scream Halloween to me, even if they're not necessarily like Halloween, but just nostalgic and spooky. Question number 8 is, how do you typically spend your Halloween night? So I have a nephew now, and last year was the first year that he went trick-or-treating. So would love to do more of that in the future if possible. And yeah, that was so fun. But normally I like to stay in on Halloween night. I'll go out with friends, maybe like a couple nights before, do a basic costume, just go out, have fun. But actual Halloween night, I loved to just eat some candy, pop some popcorn, and just watch a horror movie and just be cozy. It's just, I love it. If it's nice enough for a fire, perfect. I love that too. Where I live, I don't have any trick-or-treaters. I wish so badly that I did. I just love seeing kids just so happy and excited and running around with their cute little outfits, and I wish I had trick-or-treaters so that I could just like give them a little piece of candy and just like say hi, and I don't know, it's so cute. But I usually just stay home and hang out and be cozy and spooky. So question number 9 is, what does Halloween mean to you? I love this question. This is my favorite one of all. Halloween has always been my favorite holiday ever since I was a kid. I love Christmas, but something about Halloween just really drew me in every single year. We grew up with my mom sewing our costumes, so I have very fond memories of going to the fabric store, picking out a pattern, picking out the fabrics, and then watching it all come to life as she worked on them. That to me was just so fun. I was always a little bit of an outcast as a kid, and something about Halloween just kind of really, I don't know, it made me feel very included in everything, and I just felt like I could be like my own weird self, which I've grown to love, obviously. I don't know, I was an alien ballerina one year for like a school thing, and I just was like, people were like, why? And I was like, why not? Like, why not? So that's what I love about Halloween so much, is that everybody can just be their own version of whoever they want to be or whatever they want to be. And it's just fun. It's funny too, watching kids like be so into it as kids, and then as they're teenagers, they're like, it's so lame to go trick-or-treating, and then it's like as they get older and into adulthood, we all kind of are like, you know what, actually it is fun, and if I'm cringe, but like I want to be a werewolf today, you know, like whatever the case may be. So that's what I love so much, is that it's just a really fun, easygoing holiday. You get candy, you get scared, the weather is perfect, like the leaves, I love the leaves changing, I love going to corn mazes, I love fall festivals, pumpkin carving, just literally everything about it I try to soak up in September and October. Halloween is just the cherry on top of the fall season, and I don't know, it just gets me so excited every single year. And I have, you know, found a great community here on social media of everybody else that's very like fall obsessed, Halloween obsessed, and it makes me feel so much love in my heart that there are so many other people that are into the same exact thing, and that we can all come together for our love of being spooky. I don't know, there's nothing like the spooky community, and I sound so sappy every time I say it in my videos, but I really appreciate each and every single one of you for just watching and hanging out, because it makes me feel like I have friends all over the place who are all into the same thing, and it kind of brings us together. So thank you for being here. But anyways, the 10th question is not a question, but to tag your spooky friends. I have seen so many of my friends do this, so I'm just gonna tag whoever would like to participate. And if you do participate, please tag me, please tag Lauren, please leave the hashtag so everybody can see your video. I love this trend and this tag. It is so fun, and I love hearing everybody's answers. So anyways, I could go on and gush about this forever, but I love it. Thank you, Lauren, for creating this tag. You know, I look forward to watching everybody else's videos, so yeah. Anyways, I think that's it for me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, happy almost halfway to Halloween. We're close. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.